24 podcast, where lifelong friends Dean Legiro and Eric Kuber share their love of all things music and movies. Dean has directed short films and is a music trivia buff. And Eric, trained in audio engineering, brings his extensive knowledge of music and film to the conversation as they discuss, debate, and celebrate their favorite albums, films, and much more.
Welcome, friends, to the 3324 podcast. What could be the last of our live shows?
Oh my goodness! What did we commit to? Oh, I'm scared.
You scared? Okay.
I'm scared.
There's no one here yet, so
I'm
nothing to
nervous.
be afraid of yet. There's no one here yet. So.
There's no one here. Maybe it's a good thing.
Maybe that might be a good thing. This might not be a bad. This could be a blessing in disguise.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Well, hey, it shows we're willing to do anything, right? for
almost anything.
For a little bit
almost
of
anything.
Recognition, but
for some fun.
No, it's going to be
some good-natured fun. We've got somebody here, so go ahead and put a hi in the chat so we know that you're here. Oh, we've got two. Wow. Let the bad impressions begin.
Uh-oh.
Nick can't wait.
Oh, no, he's
we need to
arrive.
We need to give Nick alternate programming because now that Aaron Judge has hit his 60-second home run, Nick is now focused on other things.
Nick and Sean. Yo. Hello, Sean.
Yeah. Oddly enough, we have two people in the chat, but it's only showing one person here so far. Interesting. Yeah, let the bad impressions commence. And I've been practicing.
Yeah. Maybe. Right. Well, is that
just one?
Is that something you need to do though? Or
I guess there's the question, right?
Yeah.
Are the bad impressions meant to be bad, or
I think
are we meant to try and at least try and fail? Is that funnier to say, well, I really tried all week and then it really sucks?
Well, it'll show our passion for some of this stuff. I mean, if probably the better ones will be the movies we love. We know well. So hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah. I guess I don't have a good track record with impressions.
I wouldn't say that.
As evidenced on our.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You've done it enough so that you should be more comfortable than me. After my,
I just have no shame.
Debacle, last time. Oh my!
No,
goodness.
you did quite well. Let's be honest. We'll wait for some more people to come in, but your impressions were what led to this episode. Actually,
well,
that was the impetus for.
Well, it was a little bit easier because I had a quote to work off of. Now we're kind of just doing it blind. We're just pulling stuff out of the air here.
I'll be honest. I pulled up some monologues. I've got some content.
I have one.
If I need some help,
I do have one monologue that I'd like to try tonight. But we'll see.
A monologue. How many pages? How many sides?
Just a part of a bigger monologue, but of course I'm not doing the whole scene. So we'll see. But we'll get to that, I guess, a little later. Have a couple of belts.
We need to. We have the liquid courage with us, so that's going to help. So, Sean, let me ask the actors a question.
Yeah.
Nick and Sean, did you guys ever, feel that you needed to have a little belt before going on stage? Did you feel like that? Would that settle your nerves, or did you not want to do that because you felt it might take the edge off and you might forget? If you could let us know.
Yeah.
Before you went on, maybe early days, maybe as you've done more and more shows, probably don't get as much of that certain type of nervousness. But did you guys take a belt or two before you're?
And that doesn't do it. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get drunk here. So just so you know,
wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time. Let's be honest. Sean just does it.
I just do it. Yeah.
He doesn't think about it. He's the kind of guy that just jumps into the pool and it's freezing and he's like, oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Great.
Never. He never does it. Never
took
just a little snifter, just a little taste.
I think it all comes down to your demeanor, Sean. I mean, from what I've gathered, and obviously I don't know you very well, but from what I can see in our episodes, you're always calm. You always, you just seem to have that very casual stance, and that's great. That confidence, I could see that. I'd love to see some of your performances. I have to get up there at some point.
He does a crossword puzzle, and what I've seen him do, I've seen him. He sometimes I saw him once. He had something he was rubbing in his hand, and it's Sean. What are you doing? And he had a little Yoda figure, and he was rubbing it to like keep himself calm.
Okay.
He was rubbing a Yoda figure
Oh.
to keep himself calm. That's a total lie. Hey, Beth. but a great story nevertheless. Hello, welcome
Hello,
to
Beth.
Bad Impressions. We're not getting a lot of people coming for this, so this could be a
No.
good thing. We might.
Yeah, this could be a
I
very
mean,
good
it's
thing.
being recorded and it's going to end up on YouTube, but not a bad thing. I don't think we or should we wait? We'll wait for more people to get here. True.
True that.
True, that is not. There's your first impression.
There he is.
There's your first impression. True, that is not.
Sean, did
Zen
you?
Grady.
I was going to send you something on Facebook. Did you see the new Indiana Jones figures that are coming out? The 12-inch. I guess they're like the Black Series Star Wars, but they're all Jones. They're doing, I think, a series for each movie. I think there's 5 or 6 figures for.
Is
each
that GI
film.
Joe size or is that
No,
G.I.
12
Joe
inches, like
16?
the size of like the Black Series, like that, about that 6 inches. Yeah. Yeah.
6
so-
or you said 12?
6 inches. Sorry, 6 inches.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, so they're bigger than the actual, just the regular figures.
Yeah.
But but the full articulation, the likeness on Jones is fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah, look it up. It's Hasbro's doing them. So yeah, there's a whole new line coming out.
How does the faces look? That's the big thing with
Harrison Ford,
action
Indy
figures,
looks
you know.
fantastic. They have him posed like he's cocking his fist back. He's got one with the whip. He's got one with the gun. But he has that grimace on his face, whereas half his mouth is up. It just looks really good, really good. I've only seen Indy actually up close. I haven't seen the others, but there's Sala, Marion, Belloc, and of course Toad. Got to have him, but and the monkey. I think the monkey comes with Marion. So, yeah.
They better have the monkey.
She makes her appearance, and so.
All right. Well, we've got we've got it for you here.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. We're gonna show you the Indiana Jones while we wait for some people.
There it is.
So there's Indy. I don't know if you can see that or if I need to make it bigger. That's Indy with the whip, and he's got everything he needs, all his
Love it.
accoutrements.
That's the
Is
older.
that the package? That's the old one.
That's old school.
That's
That's
Kenner.
the original.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
retro. Mm-hmm. Ooh, look at that Staff of Ra headpiece. That could be a neat thing to have on your desk,
There you go.
right? There's Indy just standing there. Face is okay. He's got the fist. I hope they have like a little sound chip in that fist that makes that like.
it comes with like different. There's like 5 different hands or something. You can switch out the hands.
Yeah, because he's got the whip in his hand.
see, like
There he's
that
running
one,
with the
he's, like,
idol.
running.
There's all the idols and the ark. That I like. The packaging is nice.
Mm-hmm.
There's Marion. Kind of. I don't know. That looks strange.
Well, she's
Frying pan. Okay. There's the monkey. There's the Nazi monkey.
on the shoulder, and you could.
And
I
this
guess
is the ark that you
Yeah,
assemble?
each figure comes with a piece
with a
of the
piece
ark
of it.
that you put together.
That does not look anything like Paul Freeman. I'm sorry.
I can't really see it from here, but
Let me see if I can make it bigger. Is that better?
yeah. Well,
That doesn't look like him. Dr. Jones. Once again, there is nothing you can have that I cannot possess.
nothing you can possess which I cannot
I
take
can't
away. And you
Bad
thought I'd
impression
given
number
up.
2.
Too bad. the
Salo looks
Javitos-
good.
Yeah.
Salo looks good. It's got the shovel and the rope. There you go.
Too bad the
Poses with the
Javitos.
shovel.
Too bad the Javitos don't know you the way I do, Belloc. It's too
There's
bad.
pieces
You
of
could
the
warn
ark.
them. There he
Okay,
is.
there's toast.
He's got the burnt hand, the scorched hand.
palm. Oh, that's him in secret agent mode.
Yeah, with the Luger.
Oh, okay, that's yeah. He might be the one to get, and he's
Yeah.
got the rest of the arc. Mm-hmm. And there's the arc put together, and there they are, all 5 of them.
Yeah. So that's cool.
All righty. We're gonna get
Frying
into
pan, well played.
This looks like young Indy. It doesn't look like pushing 80 Indy.
No, it's
It looks
it's
like the younger,
Raiders. Yeah. So did you
the Raiders version of it. So
did you guys catch the leaked trailer from D23 for Indy 5?
no, I saw the leaked trailer for Ant-Man: Quantumania.
Well, you can barely see it, but there is a shot of Indy's face where it's de-aged.
It's de-aged.
So they definitely do some de-aging in this film, and he's
Yeah,
wearing
that's
a German uniform, so it's a World War II.
Okay.
So whether that's it's a flashback, or if he's they're talking time travel with this, I don't know. I don't know about that. I hope not either.
If you just join us, put a hi in the chat so we know you're here, and we're here for. Hopefully, you're here for Bad Impressions.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll get to them. Just waiting for some more people to come in. But put a hello in the chat. Show us that you're here. We're gonna say hi. We'll recognize you, and give a hello to you. Tomorrow we've got our new episode coming out. Well, the person left.
Somebody left. Wow.
Yeah, it was 4, and then it went back down to 3.
Oh my goodness.
Tomorrow's episode is the Beastie Boys.
Oh, there's Kelly.
Licensed to Ill. Their first major studio album release. They put out a bunch of kind of 12 inches and mixes before that, but this is their first full-length album.
Classic.
And it was the first rap album to go to number 1.
Yeah.
Amazingly enough. So really a watershed moment for hip hop and for rock fans that got an entree into what's the time? It's time to get ill. That's the time.
Nice.
So and it was an entree for fans of rock to kind of cross over and experience a little bit of what hip hop was about and kind of get an understanding, and the Beastie Boys were a great conduit into that. Into that whole genre of music. So good stuff.
Boom. Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah,
Boom.
It was a great revisit too. It was going back and listening to it again, because it's been
and the
a while.
Beastie Boys are just fantastic. They're just they're.
Yep.
I mean, they got their due. People understand how great they are. It's not like we had to advocate for the Beastie Boys because through their philanthropy and social consciousness and stuff that they did there with Tibet. And then the music that they made, and then just as video music artists, video music pioneers, I would put them as, was great stuff. So, all right. Well, we've got a handful of people, just short of a full hand of people. But how this whole thing came about anyway, for anybody that was at our, and everybody was, I believe, at our trivia night 2 weeks ago, our category was movie lines, and you had to guess the film based from the movie line. And I sent Eric the list, and he said, "Yeah, I'll do a couple." Little did we know he did 10.
I did them all.
He did all of them. And some of the contestants during that trivia night said that those impressions actually helped. They didn't hurt. Most especially, I think, Eric, you got the biggest amount of kudos. Do you remember which one you got the biggest amount of kudos for?
I'm guessing it was for.
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
There will be blood.
There would be blood. Yeah.
Yes, you got.
I really went method on that one.
You got a standing O for that one. People were loving your Daniel Day-Lewis. I drink your milkshake.
Of course,
you blew out everybody's ears with it, with the velocity and the volume and the lack of mic technique. But that was part and parcel of it. Well, and everybody loved it. Everybody loved that one.
Yeah.
So that was.
Well, thank you. I don't know. I was planning on just doing the one, because it's just an odd, outlier. It's not something that everybody knows. So it's like that was a tough one.
That helped bring.
So I had to do that. That's something that I actually watched on YouTube, and I had to
you got it,
rehearse that one, because I was just like, I remember the scene, because the scene was just so disturbing in itself, because with Paul Dano like on the ground crying like a baby, and it's just a bizarre film. But that was fun.
Really wild. So that led to the discussion. I said, well, we should just do an episode of Bad Impressions, and everyone was like, yeah. And hey, if you're here, welcome aboard. Someone else just entered, so hey, stop in, say hi, stay for a while. We're gonna do some Bad Impressions. So if nothing else, you can kind of laugh and point at the screen, but put your name in the chat, give us a hello, so we can say hi to you as well. We appreciate you stopping by. It's funny because since we announced it, I'm like, well, we have to come with, I felt, I was like, I have to come with something. Like I need to bring like at least one impression I need to work on.
Okay.
And it may not be good, right? I did endeavor.
Hello, Ray.
To find, hey, Ray. I did endeavor to find one impression, like one person I can try and do an impression of, pretty good. Hopefully it gets the spirit of it across. What about you?
Yeah, I have one. I have one that I've been working up since it just saw the film recently. So, I won't say any more than that.
That's
so
it? You're going to leave it there?
I'm
Ray is alive, and it's good to have Ray here with us. We appreciate it. Ray, we got it. Sean, ever the teacher, has to correct his own grammar.
Well, since we got some actors in the audience tonight, hopefully they'll give us some maybe give us some pointers.
Well, let's before we start, let's put it into the chat. If you're here, just say hello, welcome aboard. We haven't started the bad impressions yet, so you didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
In the chat, what is your impression? What everyone's got one that they think they do well, and like I said, in your mind's eye, in your mind's ear, you think you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Put it to the chat what your premier impression is, that you think your premier impression is.
Great way.
The
to
one
kick
you
it
feel
off,
you're
man.
best at.
Fantastic way to kick this off. Just put it on them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're
let's
gonna be gawking at us, so, and maybe maybe one that
It
they
would be
have
even
is,
better if they actually came on and did it. But
well, I put that out there. No one sent me their email address.
Yeah,
We would bring you on if you wanna jump in.
Sean's got to think about it.
Think about it. I think we all have like one that we.
I think
we
so.
can do.
I think you're right. You're absolutely right about that. So we used to. I mean, back in the day, of course, when we had more
That's
memory.
made plenty of bad impressions, and Nick is bad impressions, yes, but impressions I do well. No, but yeah, but what's the one that you like to do?
What's the
Even
one
if
you
it's
like to
bad.
do, even if it's bad and you think that it's good? Like in your, like Dean said, in your head, you know you got it down. Like the lines,
And we'll talk about my first failure, Eric. Do you remember my first impression fail on the podcast?
Oh God, was
it was
Jack?
No,
Jack?
no, it came much before that.
Much earlier.
I got lit on fire for my Sean Connery one for the best films of 1996 when I picked The Rock. I did my
Gosh,
the armies of darkness will march all over the face of the earth.
That's pretty good.
That was blasphemy.
That's you
a good Connery?
improved. That's a good.
That's improved?
You improved,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Connery won.
That's great.
The armies of darkness will march all over the face of the earth. Shut up. All right. See, I'm you know what, Eric, I did like Sean. I jumped in.
Yeah. So,
There it is. Connery's the first one. First one in.
the last time.
But I want to hear. Come on. Put in the chat. What impressions do you do? You're driving in a car. Ray does
Walken.
Christopher Walken and Sean Connery. Well, I did Sean Connery. Walken.
He's
do you
tough.
have? He's tough.
He's tough to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can't do it.
I'm trying to think of something.
What? Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
No, I'm just gonna say full disclosure.
Uh-huh.
Walken is the impression I've been working on all week.
Okay, well then I'm late. I'm not.
No, but you can try. You want to give it a try.
Try. I want you. No, I
Why?
want to hear yours.
I'm waiting. I'm saving it.
I think
Kelly's right. She thinks everyone could do Walken,
except me. He's a tough.
It's got.
He's
you learn a lot.
The only way you can hide it is up his ass.
There you go. That's not bad.
That's about all I.
This hunk of metal.
This hunk of metal. That's probably the best impression I could give. That
was it?
That 10-second like freeze when he's like holding the watch up.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
This metal.
this watch.
It's your birthright.
It's your birthday. It'd be damned if.
Yeah. So Kelly's saying that we both, and I thought this is the way it would go too. Is we both do it and then everybody votes on it.
Okay.
So,
Well, I mean, we could Billy Crystal.
Kevin. Widely known that Kevin Pollak and Jay Moore are known as like the premier Walken impersonators. Like those two. Like Pollak was doing it first. He was doing it like way before it became a thing to do Walken. He was doing Shatner before it was a thing to do Shatner. Pollak was kind of on those.
Yeah.
Like really early on, and then Jay Moore really kind of did it as well. You know, and Nick saying, how about impressions of impressions? So Billy Crystal doing the impression of Fernando, you know, you look marvelous.
You used to do that back in when we
You
were
look
kids.
marvelous. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Jay Moore, Christopher Walken for Skittles. Yeah.
my famous one was the one your mom always liked it when I quoted from Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
And it was Big Bamboo, the album. And
Yep.
they did that skit about with the television stuff.
Sign the papers. Well, you should
And
like to sign the papers
It
one.
was like the
Nazis
getting tortured. The Nazis
Yeah.
sign the papers, old man. Why did you not sign the papers? You broke both my legs, you know.
an impressions of an impressions guy. Yeah. There's so we'll do walk-in. We'll do a walk-in off. We'll save it for later. We're gonna save that one because that's like the one.
Okay.
But talking about impressionists, a really good one that people don't know a lot is better to look good than to feel good, my friend. That's it. Better to look good than feel good. That was Fernando Lama. Yeah, it's so random how like SNL would pick some random celebrity and bring them into like the social consciousness by doing an impression like Fernando Lamas is so random. Even back then, he really wasn't anything big.
Yeah.
And to start all of a sudden just start doing an impression of just like with Jeopardy with Connery,
Yeah.
you know, like having him on Jeopardy is like so random, but then he became a thing.
But he doesn't even try. I mean, it's like Alex Trebek, you know, but Will Ferrell, he doesn't even try to sound like Alex Trebek.
He's just like, you know, whatever.
But
like,
yeah,
but
you know, when he does Connery, man, that and the guy, and of course, when he
Norm Macdonald is Burt Reynolds.
Norm Macdonald's Burt Reynolds.
Like always like chewing gum is like, you know, but it's also like the outfit too. They had like Burt Reynolds in like the red shirt and the black leather jacket, you know, like Norm Macdonald had it, you know.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, there's a lot of people know this guy from The Walking Dead now, but Ross Marquand, who's on The Walking Dead, before he was on The Walking Dead, I knew him as an expert impressionist. He is, you guys should look him up on YouTube. Ross Marquand is really he's the first guy I ever saw do an impression of Harrison Ford. I was like, I've never heard anybody do an impression of Harrison Ford like really good.
Yeah.
And he does like, you know, like Air Force One type, like Harrison Ford, like angry, like, you know,
man Ford. Yeah. Like
the angry Harrison Ford, the threatening Harrison Ford,
Get off
you know,
my plane.
That type, you know,
Yeah.
took everything from me, fugitive kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But,
You find that man.
Yeah.
You find that man.
He had a mechanical arm.
Yeah, it's great.
SNL does, you know, they do agree. Yeah, that's their stock and trade is they always have to, you know, at least nowadays too, like more so is finding, you know, trying out different talent to, you know, they need a Biden, they need a Trump, they need an Obama, you know, they needed a Bill Clinton. They had Phil Hartman first as Clinton. And then they had Darrell Hammond as Clinton kind of took over.
And then the great
so there's
Bill
always
Hader. Great Bill Hader coming in and doing Al Pacino, and Alan Alda, and man, he's got those guys down.
He does a lot of great impressions as well. He does a great Schwarzenegger. He does a lot of great ones. So, but no one's I think no one's put in so far. I haven't seen it. What Sean, are you saying that no Jay Moore is Christopher Walken for Skittles? But what bad impressions do you guys do? The new guy who does Trump on SNL is very good. Yeah, he took it over from Alec Baldwin, who was kind of showing up whenever he was available, and they would kind of do a little skit. He was almost like a second tier member of SNL at that point. You know, 3-4 years ago, because he was always on every week, kind of doing something and kind of. Hader does a great Alan Alda. It's like who does an Alan Alda impression?
Right.
Like who? Like what? You know, what? Why would you want it? Why is there an impression of him?
This is great.
You know?
This is great. He's standing there with the hands in the pocket with the 80s, like, you know, the jacket that we used to wear in the 80s. It's a little
it's just so like random, you know. And then of course he did that. Was it Bill Morrison or whatever? The crime guy. He did the impression of him.
Yeah.
You know, not Bill Morrison, but Kevin Morrison.
Keith Morrison.
Keith Morrison.
Tell me more. Yeah. And he's like, who thinks of that kind of stuff too? Like, you know, just you do impressions of someone that you kind of exaggerate it a little because the guy is creepy. You know, he does these things, and he does creep you out a little because he really does get a little bit over enthused about this stuff. And but of course, Hader takes it to that level where he's just like it's like so exaggerated, but it's
and that's what makes a great impression.
That's in his head.
You're finding those
exactly. Yeah,
you're finding those things about somebody. And exaggerating them, and that's what makes it more kind of more of a caricature. Titus Welliver, who's a great actor, he probably does the best Al Pacino. He does young Al Pacino, and he could do old Al Pacino, and they both sound authentic to the era that he puts the impressions in. Really good. Titus Welliver has a lot of great videos, but he's known as a serious actor. He's in Deadwood, of course. He had the series Bosch on Amazon Prime. But it seems like everybody's got some impressions that they have in their back pocket.
Yeah.
Right? Kelly saying, can't do impressions of famous people. She can do an impression of her VP of operations, but you had to be there. See? Well, that's fine though. That's having firsthand knowledge and seeing how like what the movements are, what the tics are, how the speech patterns. It's the same thing, Sean's saying the same thing. I did good impressions of my football coaches in high school, but no one wants to hear those.
Well, we've done plenty of impressions of our teachers too. Get out.
Yeah.
Cooper,
I think everybody does it. It's
lift in, get out, Cooper.
Yeah, the ones you want to ridicule. It's kind of like, or the ones that like the ones you did impressions of were characters. That's why they were kind of larger than life. They weren't.
They absolutely were. Yeah. We had some interesting characters as teachers,
Who were folks who became famous for their impressions? Rich Little, who did an impression of Ronald Reagan, George Bush. I mean, Rich Little was called the man of 1,000 voices. The guy could do almost anything. He was known for his Nixon. He was known for his Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
He was known for his Jack Benny. I mean, he came from like the older school. He's still kicking around though. But yeah, Rich Little was like one of the first ones. Fred Travalena was an impressionist from like the 70s and 80s. He did a really good Paul McCartney because he kind of looked like Paul McCartney.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Fred Travalena.
Yeah.
Beth did a good Melissa Melvin in high school, classmate. Did a good impression. So yeah, everybody ends up kind of impersonating people. Relatives. We do impersonations of relatives, and so it's not unheard of.
I do my mother. My mother.
You do.
I do my mother. Eric.
There you
Larry. Larry.
So do we want to spin the wheel? Do you want to try spinning the wheel and see what comes up, and we'll give it a try?
Yeah,
what we did is we loaded up the Dwight Burke wheel of names with some actors, not a ton. But I thought it might be fun to spin the wheel.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
And see what comes up.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Let's do it.
We'll see. Let's show it on stream.
If it comes up walking, you got walking on there, right?
There you go. Yeah, walking's on there.
There you go.
And as requested, Dwight is in the middle. It is now officially his wheel. What? It is. It's officially his wheel.
That's fantastic.
So we've got Connery. We've got James Cagney in there for some reason. Pacino, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Walken, and Nicholson. Okay?
Okay.
So let's spin it and see what happens. Let's see if we get something interesting. Easy. Piece of cake.
Stallone. Hello, Joseph Vincent. Welcome.
Piece of cake. Hey, Joseph, how are you? We've just started our bad impressions, and we spun the wheel and we got Stallone.
Yeah.
Now I did Stallone a lot on our Rocky 3 episode, but you didn't. You swayed more towards Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
Do you have a Stallone?
I do. Let's see. Okay, let me bring it up.
You got to bring it out. You got to kind of
I got to bring it up.
Get like, hey,
Adrian. I never stopped asking you to be a woman. Please don't stop asking me to be a man. So,
yes, Sean. If you want to choose, we'll spin the wheel for the actor. You could choose the movie.
Yeah, good Mickey. Yeah.
Oh, Adrian, Mickey. It was handpicked, Mick. You were holding me up this whole time.
Why'd you do it, Mick?
Why'd you do it, Mick? Or Sean gave us a great quote from our podcast episode that I didn't catch. He's, the guy in Rocky 5, the guy's like, hey, Rocky, you need some help? Guys, this ain't no pie eating contest.
Hey, you got a big mouth.
Yeah.
Why don't you come out here? Close it, Balboa.
Yeah, definitely choose the movie if you want, or unless we've got something that we've already rehearsed. We may have stuff that we've already rehearsed. It's possible.
Yeah.
But you're not dragging his words out long enough. Who, me or
Me.
Eric?
Probably me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you got to kind of really go slow, like, hey, Apollo, what favor?
What favor?
What favor?
What favor? Yeah. Terrible.
Stallion, you may be a great fighter, but I fight great. Or you might fight great, but I'm a great fighter. Oh, hey, Apollo,
Well, you don't like my
I don't want to lose what I got.
Well, you don't like my placement? It stinks. It stinks.
Kelly's saying that you're not. Yo, father, can you throw me down a blessing or something? But could use some help here. I got a big fight coming up.
Can you throw me down a
bad
blessing or
impression.
something? No.
Yeah, me and Tommy Gunn, father, if you could throw down one of your blessings for him,
Yeah.
you think he's going to be a good fighter, There is no tomorrow. He never said. Well, that's
That's
Apollo.
Apollo.
Is
Is
screaming
no
it.
tomorrow.
He's the only guy
Tomorrow.
that says that. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's like echoing in his head.
What are you putting me through, Adrian?
All right, let's spin the wheel again.
Let's
do
move
it.
on.
Let's move on before we exhaust it. So
Yeah.
we should. Well, if Stallone comes up again, we'll take him off the wheel. But here we go. We're spinning again. What do we got? Oh, Connery.
Connery.
I did Connery already. So let's hear Eric. Let's hear your Connery.
Okay. I have a little monologue, I guess. I'll do.
Oh, is this what you had?
No.
Oh, okay. But you have a monologue.
But I have a slight monologue.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm going to do Ford and Connery. I'm going to do my Ford.
So you're
Connery
doing. So this is from Last
from
Crusade.
Last Crusade. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Remember the last time we had a quiet drink? I had a milkshake. What did we talk about? Sorry.
Keep going.
We didn't talk. We never talked. Do I detect a rebuke? A regret? It was a lonely way to grow up. for both of us. Actually, I was a wonderful father. Did I ever tell you to eat up, do your homework, wash your ears, do your homework? No, I respected your privacy, and I taught you self-reliance. What you taught me was that I did less important to you than people that have been dead for 5,000 years, and I learned it so well that we've hardly spoken for 20 years. You left just when you were becoming interesting. So there it is. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah,
Connery.
that's
How
my Connery.
is Eric's Connery against
bad.
mine?
Really bad.
How is that one? It started getting stronger as you went on.
Yeah.
Because he's one of those ones that you really have to do over with the Escher.
I know.
It's like, gosh. Gosh, Money Penny. Gosh.
Yeah.
Wow,
you're
that
right.
was awesome. All right, there you go. That was awesome. You got yay, nice. All right, there you go.
Sweating like
Applause.
Sweating like a pig here.
Sweating like a pig.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Yeah.
Trebek.
Yeah, Trebek. I'll take potent portables for 500. Yes. Trebek, your mother. Me and your mother.
We ever hear, and that's another thing. Do we ever hear Sean Connery laugh? Like, he has always got that. He gave him that cackle, but I have
Yeah, I
never
think it would
heard
be-
Sean
I think he
Connery
guessed.
laugh.
I think he guessed. Yeah, I think he just
know?
took a guess at it and said,
Like I never hear him go. Like I've never seen Connery laugh like that.
Yeah, well done, Eric. Well
Okay.
done.
Okay, thanks.
See, you passed.
I passed
you
the
passed.
test. Okay.
You
All
passed the test. We'll take Connery off. So let's spin again. Let's do this. We're getting the vocal cords warmed up. Let me take a sip of water. Whoops, I got to put it on here. Whoops. Let's show it on the stream. Walking. There it is.
Okay.
It's walking time.
I already did my walking. I did my little watch.
Can you do it again just so I can hear it?
Okay. This watch. The only way you could
Just
you
leave
could
out the
hide
bad
it,
stuff.
The only way you could hide it was up his ass. Well, that's my quote. So that's the
That
only
was
thing
it?
that's the only thing
Okay.
I got. He's difficult. He's very difficult.
All right, here we go. Ready?
But you had this. Yeah. There you go.
This is it. I'm going to be doing a scene from Catch Me If You Can.
Okay. Well, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So ready? Wow. 2 mice fell into a bucket of cream. The first mouse quickly gave up and died. Wow. That second mouse swam so hard that he churned that cream into butter and climbed out, only to be reunited with his little mouse family. Wow.
Very well done, my friend. Well, that was great. That was fantastic. Where you going tonight? Where you going tonight, Frank? Where you going?
Thank you, Joseph. You're very kind.
Yes.
Wow.
That was really good, man. Well rehearsed.
I've been driving around all week in the car, just doing that monologue and doing different, like
That was great.
like with Walken, because he also whispers.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's no the wows were my interpretation. Wow.
Okay. That was really good.
The wow.
Yeah.
Nick closed his eyes and thought Walken was on the show. Thank you.
Great stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Good. Kudos to that one.
Turn that butter to cream.
Where you going tonight,
Wow.
Frank? Where you going tonight, Frank?
Where you going tonight, Frank? Wow.
Great film, by the way. Great film. And one of his more sympathetic roles. That was not like that.
Yeah, it wasn't over the top. It was actually his most sedate.
That story was not a joke. It was a serious scene, So, but you threw in the wows, but to kind of
to bolster up the
but
impression a little bit,
yeah.
kind of make it more of make it more of the Walken caricature.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was a really great film. I just love this comment. I don't recall the wows in the monologue. Wow.
Yeah, he's tough to do, man. He's just.
Yeah, I watched that monologue like over and over, and then was just
only,
driving in the car all week, just doing it.
Those inflections are the only thing. Like, yes, it's ass. Like, I want more cowbell. I got a fever for more
Go
cowbell.
back home to his mouse family. Wow.
Oh man, that's great.
I'm going to put that one back in my pocket for a while. Okay. So let's spin the wheel again. Let's see what we got. So Stallone, if Stallone comes up, we're gonna take him off because we did Stallone already. Let's see who else we got. Who else is going to come up? Cagney? Is there a Cagney impression?
Oh, my goodness.
Is there a Cagney impression? I mean, there's the famous, you dirty rat.
Yeah.
You killed my brother
You killed my brother?
with a bookshelf.
I'm trying to think. There's so many, great
Yeah. What do you hear? What do you say?
specific quotes, like
Well, the "you dirty rat" is like the impression that I know he made. I don't know if he ever even actually said that. Like "you dirty rat."
yeah.
Like the later Cagney had that little heft, like the White Heat Cagney had that heft. When he was younger, he had a lot of attitude, but he didn't have like that. Those quotes yet.
Yeah.
And the famous quote from Yankee Doodle Dandy, it's kind of like he's kind of saying it. He's just kind of speaking.
Do it. Coming up blank. Sorry.
My father thanks you. My mother thanks you.
Yeah.
My sister thanks you, and I thank you.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
He said on the Oscars one year, he said, "Yeah, he never said you dirty rat, right?" And people just kind of, just like with Cary Grant, right? The famous things like Judy.
Yeah, never said it.
He never said Judy. He never said Judy.
I never said it. No.
Oh.
No.
Judy.
No.
He never said it. But people take, like inflections or things and kind of appropriate it to that actor or actress, right? So it's like, yeah, you dirty rat. You know, it's kind of like that's something you might probably said in all those gangster, you know, Judith. I said
Judith.
Judy.
Yeah.
Judith.
The only thing that comes to mind is Cagney shoving the grapefruit in the girl's.
Well, Kelly.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down.
Yeah.
Judy.
Yeah. No, that was good.
All right, we got Cagney out of the way. That was a little rough. I put him in there. I'm like, you know, I put him in only because you did Bogart
Yeah.
during our trivia night because one of the lines
Yeah.
was it's the stuff that dreams are made from. He's a little bit more nuanced.
The,
you know, Bogart has a certain way, you know, like a way of speaking, and it's like a little bit of a lisp, and he doesn't move his mouth very much. You know, kind of
must have been the bourbon.
Yeah,
The bourbon.
I never planned that far ahead.
No.
I could be Sasha. I love you.
I love it.
I love you, boss. You crazy Russian. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, Ricky. Blood Rains. I
Get your
love him.
hands off me. All right, we got Nicholson, Pacino, and Schwarzenegger. Stallone is done.
Okay.
Stallone is done. We did Stallone. The wheel is officially the Dwight wheel. Yes, it is.
Nicholson.
Yep, you're on there. Nicholson.
Yep.
All right, I've gotten...
Roasted over the coals.
I got roasted during our Few Good Men episode. And, I put it out there. You know, I just throw caution to the wind. So when there's an impression opportunity, I take it. Mm-hmm. And I took it in our Few Good Men episode.
Yeah.
And across the board, Eric, Christy, and Jerry gave it the thumbs down.
I didn't.
If this was Nickelodeon, they would have hit the switch and the slime would have came down on me. The slime bucket.
Well, what else you got?
Do you have a Nicholson?
A Nicholson?
Yeah, he's kind of. Everyone thinks it's easy to kind of be like, yeah, Jack. You know, like
Jack Nicholson.
It's not as like.
No.
You know, it's such an like his impressions are usually so exaggerated.
A very nuanced.
They're very exaggerated.
A very unique voice, sure, but it's very nuanced. Yeah. It's very, so yeah. I'm coming up blank.
You don't have it?
I don't have it. Sorry. I'm
something.
so sorry. So sorry.
Here's Johnny. I mean, something.
I can't. I should have been more prepared. I didn't have anything written down, so I'm very sorry about this.
There you go. Sean's throwing you a line.
I'm
not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
I'm just gonna bash your brains in. How about
do Batman? Come on.
Do Batman.
Do a line from Batman.
Oh my God. I'm losing it.
I made you, so you got to say that you made me.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't hit a man with glasses, would you? Kelly Witch Batman. Well, the one that I'm assuming that the one that Nicholson was Joker in is the thing. But from that film,
now?
There you go. Here you go. Okay. This town needs an enema. Who we'd like to do from this Batman film is we like to do our man Jack Palance.
Oh man.
That's who we like to do. I did the Palance. I did the
son of a bitch.
makes a connection between us and Axis Chemicals. What kind of damage we looking at? That's like we do the obscure one. Like we picked out the from that movie. We picked out the Palance one.
Yeah.
Maybe we can cut a deal.
Yeah.
and then Jack just shot him like
grease him now.
Where does he get those wonderful toys? Yeah, there you go. He got the face.
Grease him now. Oh, okay. You are a vicious bastard, Rotelli. I'm glad you're dead. There you go.
Well done. That's a good one. You did it.
That's the. I love that one. I love that line where he takes.
Or he's like, where would we be if we didn't try? That's I like that one. Like, where would we be if we didn't try?
Who's this loss?
That's
my face on the $1 bill.
Palance was not on the wheel, but Palance kind of got in through via Nicholson.
Yeah.
Because we love Palance so much. You know, the City Slickers episode was chock full of me throwing the Palance in there, you know.
Yeah.
Do it! She's bursting. This going to be bursting?
Yeah. That's great. You got a lot of smart remarks at my expense, don't you? There's a little bit of that city accent in there, that comes through. He's trying to be a cowboy, but yeah,
he was so great.
Yeah.
All right, there's only two names ostensibly. There's Schwarzenegger and Pacino. They couldn't be more diametrically opposed.
Okay.
In style
did a
and
lot
substance.
Of Pacino.
Yeah, is Pacino you have? Do you have Pacino? It's gonna be. Well, we're taking Stallone off, so I'm glad that came up, so we could just remove. Now we have the showdown: Schwarzenegger or Pacino. Hey, thanks for everybody for checking us out tonight. Before we get to this Pacino episode impression, which it's going to be tomorrow, our new episode is about the Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill, their debut album, which turned the world of hip hop and rock and roll on its heads by combining the both. Sampling the shit basically out of Led Zeppelin at every turn,
yeah, no doubt,
and making it very, very ear candy-ish for a rock and roll fan like myself to get into, and kind of gave me the entree into the world of hip hop. And it was the first rap album to go to #1. So we're going to be talking tomorrow about Beastie Boys' Licensed to Ill. So join us for that one, won't you? All right, Pacino, what do you got?
Pacino, I got 3 dead bodies on the street. I got 3 dead bodies on the street, Justine. I'm sorry if the goddamn chicken is overcooked.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You did that one well. You did that. I like those.
Well. We always go for the obvious ones, like what do you got? What do you got? Where he's screaming. But I love those other moments where he's just kind of a smart ass too. Like
just
quiet.
Yeah, you can ball my wife. You could sit there on her postmodern tech couch.
Yeah,
but you do not get to watch my television. I do have a monologue. I have a Pacino monologue.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, let's see. There's so many great like lines that Pacino has delivered.
Yeah.
And let's see. I got one. This is from Scent of a Woman.
Okay.
Okay, and this is obviously the end scene, which is climactic. Philip Seymour Hoffman, before he was anybody, right? He was a
prick. He was a dick in this movie. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, George. Right.
Yeah. What an asshole he was in this movie.
So there's a lot of great ones, but what's your motto here? Boys, inform on your classmates, save your hide? Anything short of that, we're going to burn you to the stake. Well, gentlemen, when the shit hits the fan and some guys run and some guys stay, here's Charlie facing the fire, and there's George hiding in Big Daddy's pocket. And what are you doing? You're going to reward George and destroy Charlie.
That was fantastic. Nice. Very nice.
Yeah?
Dean Legiro, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let's hear it for him. That's fantastic. Right. Yeah, that's a great one.
Let's put a little applause up for both of us.
There you go. That was a
What'd you think?
One.
Was that a good?
No,
was
that
a good?
Really good. No, you got it down. You got it down.
This is what I do with my spare time.
In his pocket.
Hiding in Big Daddy's pocket. Al Legiro.
Al Legiro. There you go.
Yeah. There's so many. Like I have this monologue up, and there was so many different ones to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the one? The one I was gonna do. Where is it? Their spirit is dead. If they ever had one, it's gone. You're building a rat ship here, a vessel for seagoing snitches. And if you think you're preparing these minnows for manhood, you better think again.
That's nice. Very nice.
As I say, you are killing the very spirit this institution proclaims it instills. What a sham. What kind of show you guys putting on here today? I mean, the only class in this act is sitting next to me.
Oh, that's really good. Really good. Well
Not
done.
not a bad man.
Bad man.
Not a bad man. Bad man. You hurt this boy, you're gonna be bad bums. The lot of you. And Harry,
He's
Jimmy,
getting better and better
Trent,
as he goes along. Yeah.
wherever you are, fuck you too.
Oh my God. That's great. Really good. Really
And
good.
the kudos come in. Have I been auditioning?
I think so. He's been preparing. I'm sorry, folks.
Pacino is my best. Oh wow. Okay.
I was
We'll
I'm
go
trying
with
to
that.
do this on the fly, and I got nothing. Dean is totally.
I've been doing it. Where's the other one? The other one I like is where is it? The William Tell one. Oh yeah. He's like, after he said, "Oh, I'm just getting warmed up. I don't know who went to this place. William Howard Taft, William Jennings, Brian Williams, William Tell, whoever. Their spirit is dead. If they ever had one, it's gone. You're building a rat ship here, a vessel for seagoing snitches. You think you're preparing these minnows for manhood? You better think again."
I agree, Nick. Pacino, he's got him down. He's getting him. He's yeah.
Pacino Crow movie. Oh, that was The Insider. The Insider was the Pacino Crow movie. That was Michael Mann.
Yeah.
Right? That was his
I think
follow-up.
I saw
to
that
Heat.
movie once. I don't remember it.
Yeah, but Pacino played Mike Wallace, didn't he?
Did he?
think he did.
Really?
What about Robin Williams? Eric, do you have a Robin Williams? Oh. Mark from Mark.
I don't. I could, if I had, the quotes, I should have prepared, but it's just, no. I mean, if I was going to do anything, I'd probably be from Good Will Hunting. I'm sure, but no.
Yeah, that's his least, that's his least Robin Williams like role.
Yeah.
It's
love
kind
him.
of
That's my
Mrs.
favorite
Doubtfire.
Hello. Hello.
that's the
Seize the teeth.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Maniac.
person that does really broad impressions. Like he'll do impressions and they'll be very broad ones.
Yeah.
Like his Jack is very broad, and
Yeah.
he does one of his early stand-ups. He used to do Elmer Fudd singing "Fire" by Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
And it was hysterical. Yeah, he played the reporter at CBS. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be based on Mike Wallace though, because it was that whole cigarette scandal thing. I don't know if I could do. He was a little more sedate in that film though. He wasn't the firebrand that he was in Glengarry Glen Ross and Scent of a Woman and Heat.
Ray says he
Ray
does a good Doubtfire.
Send me your email address right now. We'll get you on stream. You could do it.
There you go.
We will put you on. Fire an evening at the Met was it's an old stand up, and he was just ripping through all that stuff, and so fast, so thinks so quickly on his feet, which also makes for not only a good stand up but a good impressionist too. That just kind of fire that stuff off. Eddie Murphy is a really good impressionist as well.
Yeah.
He used to do a lot of good impressions. He does a great Jackie Gleason out of nowhere, right? From Delirious. That whole thing he does with him and
Art
Norton.
Carney too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like where did that come from? It was like one of the funniest thing, Put Ray on.
Yeah.
All right, Ray.
Let's do it.
Send me your email address on Facebook and I'll send you the link. You can come on. Anybody want to come on? Clint Eastwood. Come on, Eric. You always did the song from Josie Wales. You want to take a look at it?
Well, it wasn't Clint though. It was always the other guy. It was the guy like the ferryman. That actor that looks like a ferret. He was in an episode of Star Trek, so he's like taking him across. He's like, that sure is sweet music to the ears, wouldn't you say, Mr. Wales? Because he's singing both, both sides of the Civil War. He's singing both songs. So, but that's yeah. Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, we got what we've got here is a failure to communicate
Yeah. Yeah.
from Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
Strother Martin. Some men, Dean do Clint and Eric do the other guy. I can't do Clint.
All right,
Clint is kind of good. You want to try Clint?
Clint is, he's just, very quiet and, let's see. I'm thinking of like, we all gotta come. He's just very, very quiet. We all gotta come, and kid. They put a sign on him, a sign at Greeley's. He's drinking from the bottle. He's slowly going downhill. I got one. I got a little bit of a monologue I'll do.
Go ahead.
Robert Shaw, Quint.
Okay. Is this the one?
From Jaws. Yeah, this was something I've been working on.
This is what you worked on? All right, let's hear it.
So, of course, the Indianapolis scene, one of my,
Hang on a second. Ray is declining our invite.
Okay.
He's good, but thank you anyway. We're going to get you on, Ray. We're going to get you on.
Okay.
All right, here it comes. The Indianapolis scene.
Part of it.
Part of it. Yeah, it's a long scene.
The thing about a shock chief, he's got black eyes, lifeless eyes, like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, you don't seem to be living until he bites you. And those black eyes roll over white. The ocean turns red. And then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. And despite all the pounding and the hollering, they all come in and rip you to pieces.
Well done. That was good.
This is my Quint.
That's your Quint. That was good.
Yeah.
Mine is quit playing with yourself, Chiefy.
Hoopa! Hoopa!
I ain't much of a living, boy.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
That's so many great quotable films, and that's where the impressions usually come from. Is kind of like and then they'll kind of turn that around, and good impressionists or good comedians will take those impressions and then put them in different situations. Like, oh, what if what if Jimmy Stewart, had to go to a, order, Burger King or something like that, like they would make like little scenarios that weren't real, but kind of being able to put the character in,
I want a big one.
I want a Big Mac. You just sit around here, you scoop your fries, and you don't even give a medium cup.
That's great. That's great.
Like good good comedians and impressionists kind of can bring those things out, in the characters and then kind of put them in there. So we are really going out on a limb with this. This is kind of unheard for Eric and I to kind of be performing like this, but it's a lot of fun.
Full disclosure, I am shaking like a leaf here, sweating like
really?
I'm just really, really nervous about
this.
Well,
we've only got one name left on the wheel, so let's spin it. Let's spin the Dwight Burke wheel of names, and let's see who we get. Look at that! It landed right on. Almost landed right on his name. Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you have what? Do you have a Schwarzenegger? He's kind of very easy. He's kind of very broad.
Well,
it's very easy to kind of,
get to the chopper. We do
get
all
to
that
the chopper.
Kind of stuff, but I'm just trying to think of get the.
Who's your father? What does he do?
Who is your father?
We're gonna play a game.
What does he do?
Who is your father and what does he do?
Get the toy. Bring it back to the carpet. Bring it back.
Put it down now. Those are my cookies.
We seem to be quoting from the same movie because we love
Kindergarten Cop because it was a comedy because it was kind of like
so great. Yeah.
And
it's not
and Jingle All the Way. Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen. And he's running down to the radio station. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen. to win the Turbo Man.
Ooh, I
want the Turbo Man toy. Ooh, I like nuked food. They go, let off some steam, Bennett. That's when he was trying to act more, like in Commando. He was still trying to they gave him like those quotes, like let off some steam, Bennett.
Yeah.
But he was still trying to act,
Predator. Yeah.
Please don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
Hey, Billy. place is too hot for a pickup. Billy, get us out of this hole.
You set us up. It was bullshit, all of it.
Bullshit. All. Yeah.
That's Carl Weathers, another,
Yeah, another great,
you know,
and another movie we need to.
got you still pushing pencils.
Another movie we need to talk about is Predator.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
list.
we had that on the
Yeah.
list. We kind of lost it a little bit.
Mhm.
But we're starting to wind down. Is there any requests? Anything we can try? We did the wheel. We went through the wheel pretty good.
Yeah.
We even threw in a couple extras. But as
It's
we
the
wind
star
down, we're
tonight.
not going to.
As it should be. I think.
What's that?
Dean is the star tonight. As it should be. Yeah.
No, you did. Yours, the Robert Shaw, right up there, man. The Shaw was there.
Yeah.
Like that was like you kind of
Well,
brought that one, and
Well, it's like I said. I mean, you just love your favorites, And I just saw Jaws recently
Henry
in the
Fonda.
theater.
Now, Beth asked for this a couple times.
He's
Henry Fonda for GAF. Remember, you used to do those GAF, whatever that
That's
was,
right.
like tiles or whatever.
That's right.
GAF.
Um,
I mean, all the lines would be from any line I would do would be from 12 Angry Men. Yeah.
Of course.
It was kind of like,
Yeah.
but my impression from that is always Lee J. Cobb. Like he, because he's like the bigger character. It's like,
Yeah.
or Jack Warden, It's like, no, I think he's innocent. That's why. But why? Give me reasons. I don't have to give you reasons. I think he's innocent.
Jack Ward. Yeah. No, you have to. You have to.
You have to. No, I don't have to. What do I don't have to what?
Stand there and just because you have baseball tickets burning a hole in your pocket? What kind of man are you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like Henry Fonda's the least quotable out of that, and Lee.
Well,
J.
he's
Cobb
got
is
some
probably
great lines, but he's just so straight, So it's hard to just it's hard to do straight because you need that.
Mr. Rogers. Well, thank you, Vincent. Vincent's saying we both killed it. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Mr.
It was
Rogers,
a lot of
great
fun.
film. Yeah.
And it's oddly enough, the impression that I worked on the most apparently was not the best one. I worked on Christopher Walken all week, but my Pacino was
Your
Mr.
Pacino-
Rogers.
No, well, both were great. Yeah, the one you worked on was great, but Pacino, you really. I think
Wow. Thank you.
I think you nailed both. Yeah.
Wow.
Since we're talking about movies, how about the movie voice guy or movie trailer voice?
That guy made a fortune.
Yeah.
You want to give it a try? In a world. Right? That was like, it always started like,
It was
in a world where lawlessness took over the streets. One man stood up and fought back.
It's as if God made the devil and called it Jaws and gave it Jaws. Yeah, he was an established actor too. He was in an episode of Star Trek.
Oh.
Remember, he played the judge in the court-martial episode when they put Kirk. Mr. Cogley. That guy. Yeah.
Tom Hanks. Is there a Tom Hanks impression? It would have to be like of Woody. Like if you're going to do a Tom Hanks impression, you'd have to be doing him doing Woody. Because like that's like a like a very cartoony type thing.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have like me. He doesn't have a really distinctive voice. It's kind of like I'll see you on the beach. It's kind of like there's not a lot there. But when he does voices like Woody, like that's when he elevates his own voice.
But he's got so many monologues though in films and plays them straight. Yeah, Dean Legero's a cop with attitude. Eric Cruz is
in a world where a rookie cop meets cop with an attitude. You have Strike Force, rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Some material may not be suitable for all audiences. Oh boy, great fun! This was a lot of fun. It was, it was challenging. It was a little nerve wracking, but it was a lot of fun to do. This was just, I was going and getting like monologue stuff and quotes and ready to go. So
you approached it in such an orderly manner. You actually did research. But to me, it was just trying to do it off the cuff. But man, it was. Yeah. I thought it was going to be a lot easier to do that. But
no, you did well. What about this? This should be Eric. This should be you, Rod Serling. Come on, you could do Serling.
The Twilight Zone guy.
Yeah, that's you.
Imagine if you will. He's got the cigarette. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know. I can't think of lines. That's the problem. I'm trying to come up with, and I just give it a shot, Dean. Give it a shot.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. There's a signpost. That's the signpost ahead. Your next stop?
The Twilight,
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
You got to just pull it up. I'm pulling this stuff up. I'm like, just kind of off the cuff, like Twilight Zone intro. Like, Google it. Okay. Spanish ships equal galleons. British ships equal privateers.
Was that Rod Serling? Was that a
I don't
quote?
know. I don't know. Joseph is saying he's kind of like Bogart. Maybe a little bit in his close-lipped mannerism,
Well,
right?
That
Bogart,
dry boy, very
yeah,
dry
very.
voice.
I mean, Bogart's got that, like that thing behind it, like that, supposed to do something about it, misfire. Oh, so I think that's gonna do it. I think that'll do it. We had a lot of fun. It was great. We've got the good news. The good news is we've got Halloween trivia coming up in 2 weeks. So trivia night number 5, I believe, is going to be Halloween themed. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All 3, sections are going to be Halloween themed, and of course the final one will be Halloween themed, and we'll be giving away some Halloween themed prizes as well. So I think that's going to be a great time. Thank you everybody for joining us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun being good. Sometimes we got to be goofy and kind of put it out there. But that if you had a laugh out of it, that's what we hope
that's all
for.
we can. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yep.
Wow! Thank you all for coming to our podcast show. Wow!
Good work,
Fantastic.
man. Thank you, Sean.
So that's going to do it. Again, tomorrow, please check out our latest episode, The Beastie Boys, episode 92 already. We are coming on 100 full-length episodes coming up soon. So, wow, we can't believe, wow. Can't believe.
I don't think he's never going to stop saying wow.
100 podcast episodes. Wow. Walking us out.
Oh,
walking
boy.
out the door.
Good night, Ray.
So that's going to do it. Yeah. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Beth. It was well themed. You can thank Eric was the impetus for him trotting out like last week. Maybe he's burnt out because 2 weeks ago he did 10 rapid fire impressions.
I did.
So I think he like emptied the chamber. He kind of like,
well, it's like I said,
give me all you got. Give me all you got. Like it was 2 weeks ago. He was the one that started this whole train. Wow. So it was a lot of fun. And maybe we'll do Brad impressions too, or maybe we'll
we'll promise to be better prepared.
So, walking us out. So so for Eric, this is Dean, and of course, we will see you on the flip side. Bye.
You've been listening to the 3324 podcast with Dean Legiro and Eric Kuber. You can find us on your favorite podcast provider, so please like, subscribe, and rate to become a part of the 3324 family. Your feedback is important, so make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at 3324 Podcast and on Twitter at 3324P to join the conversation.